Keyontae Johnson, who is going to be 23 really soon. He's a 6'6" wing. Shot the ball really well, 40% from three. He had 26 usage. You might remember Keyontae Johnson suffered a medical issue a couple of years ago where he passed out on the court, but he was able to recover, and he's back from that. He's got the size, he's got the strength as a wing. The shooting is there. So all of these things look interesting, like size, good. Prototypical sort of wing size. Shooting, awesome. Strength, definitely there. But he's going to be a second-round guy. He obviously stayed in college a little bit longer. Some of that is health-related. Is there a feasible NBA path for Keyontae Johnson?
There is a path. It's probably not a starter's path. It's more so like, 8th, 9th, 10th man off the bench kind of path, because to his credit, he is a really good shooter. We saw his spot-up ability at Florida, and we saw plenty of it at Kansas State. But if you ask him to do a little bit more than that, right? If you ask him to put the ball on the deck and consistently create something for himself or create something for someone else, he hasn't been able to do that at a high level. So he becomes specifically a spot-up guy. And then on the defensive side of the ball, he has strength. He can cover guys one-on-one. He can defend a bigger guy in the post. But if you're asking him to run all over the court, depend on his lateral mobility, he's not stopping anyone on the perimeter necessarily. He's not keeping up with a bunch of guys. So if he's not living up to the full potential of 3-and-D in the sense of that aspect, and if there's not really any ceiling for him to go past that 3-and-D role, again, why would you invest a certain type of pick in him, right? If you're looking for a role player who can come in, has good body, good frame, who can shoot threes, pick 45 and on, absolutely go take a chance on that guy or sign him with a two-way contract. But in terms of being like a top 45 prospect in that sense, I don't see that pathway for him. But that doesn't mean that NBA teams don't need to fill out, the end of their bench and find guys who can thrive on two-way contracts, maybe be somebody who, if a wing or a forward's injured, they need somebody to step up on any given night. Keyontae Johnson's the least experienced. He can do that for a team.
The other thing that's interesting this year, Nathan, is we've got the 3 two-way spots now. So the back end of the draft, and a lot of two-way guys, and there's always the undrafted shenanigans that goes on, like don't pick my guy here because he wants to sign here. But we've got more spots available. So I think some of those later second-round players are going to be... It's going to be maybe less shenanigans because we've got more roster spots to fill out. So teams are going to be like, oh, no, we actually just need to get a guy in here for this spot rather than like it's the 17th guy, because the 17th guy now is not the last guy on your roster. There's still the 18th guy to go in there. So that does open up a little bit more for some of these end of bench players, which is probably what Keyontae, or end of draft players, which is Keyontae, is probably likely going to be.